세 번째는요, 싱가포르 AI 전환의 전담 기관인 IMDA의 디렉터이십니다. 클리프톤 푸아님께서 현재에서 온라인으로 연결을 해서 지금 발표를 진행해 주실 예정인데요. 속도와 규모 그리고 신뢰와 함께 확보되는 싱가포르의 AI 혁신 전략에 대해서 소개를 해주실 예정입니다. 여러분, 우리 클리프톤 푸아님을 큰 박수로 환영해 주시기 바랍니다. Hello, sir. The floor is yours.
안녕하세요, 여러분. 만나 뵙게 너무 반갑습니다. It is a pleasure to join you today. My name is Clifton Hua, and I am Director of LAT at Singapore's Infocom Media Development Authority, or IMDA. IMDA is Singapore's digital development agency. Our role goes beyond just regulating technology. We help shape Singapore's digital future by developing digital infrastructure, growing our technology ecosystem, strengthening digital talent, and enabling AI adoption across government and industry. I lead our frontier technology work in IMDA, including agentic AI, trustworthy AI, embodied AI and robotics, as well as quantum machine learning. Much of my team's work is hands-on. We build prototypes with government agencies and companies. We test emerging technologies in real operational environments, and we also identify what could be ready to scale nationally. In a few weeks' time, my role will officially expand to lead AI product development in addition to prototyping, and I'm personally very excited because I can now do more to help influence AI adoption across selected industries in Singapore. Let me share my screen now. Every country represented today is asking similar questions. How do we accelerate AI adoption? How do we govern AI responsibly? And how do we ensure AI benefits society rather than only a handful of organizations? Singapore's answer has never been to build the largest models. Instead, we focus on deploying AI safely, quickly, and at national scale. As a small country, we have learned that coordination is a competitive advantage. Government agencies, academia, and industry work closely together, allowing promising ideas to move from research into deployment much faster than in many larger ecosystems. That culture of close collaboration is something I experience every day, working with Singapore ministries, startups, and multinational companies. Singapore's AI strategy can be summarized in 3 words: focus, speed, trust. Rather than trying to compete everywhere, we invest where Singapore can create differentiated value. First, we align government through a single national strategy. Second, we prioritize practical adoption, moving beyond pilots into operational systems. Third, we invest heavily in trustworthy AI because trust ultimately determines whether AI is adopted. And from my perspective, one reason this works is that our technical teams work closely and are closely connected to policy and ecosystem development teams. That short feedback loop allows us to identify technical challenges early while ensuring our governance keeps pace with innovation. AI is a national priority in Singapore. It is coordinated at the highest levels of government through the National AI Council, chaired by our Prime Minister. More than 1 billion in Singapore dollars has been committed to strengthen AI research, compute, talent, and adoption over 5 years. What is equally important is how these investments are translated into mission-driven programs in 4 sectors which we have identified, and they are manufacturing, connectivity, finance, and healthcare. More recently, Singapore has also expanded investments into AI infrastructure, including national AI compute capabilities and partnerships that improve access for researchers and enterprises. So, as someone leading AI innovation projects for industry in IMDA, I see these national investments lowering barriers for agencies and companies to experiment much more quickly. One thing we strongly believe is that AI should be tested in the real world, not just demonstrated in laboratories. Punggol Digital District, or in short form PDD, is our living laboratory, and our work has just begun. PDD combines autonomous robots, smart infrastructures, and digital twins inside an operational urban environment. And this environment consists of a university, a commercial district, and a residential area. Imagine hundreds of robots doing delivery, cleaning, patrolling, inspection, while sharing the same space with thousands of people. This is a much harder AI problem than getting one robot to navigate an empty corridor. Here in PDD, we have to ensure physical safety of humans, infrastructure, robots themselves, and we also have to ensure cybersecurity. The lessons we learn in PDD will directly influence future standards and deployment approaches. And beyond infrastructure, IMDA will also be part of Singapore-based programs such as Champions of AI, Lorong AI, and Kampong AI to help businesses and communities build AI capability. From my perspective, this type of environment is invaluable because it lets us evaluate not only whether embodied AI data collection or embodied AI models work well in public spaces, but whether the complete social technical system works reliably with people involved. AI governance should enable innovation and not prevent it. Singapore takes a risk-based and outcome-focused approach. We regulate where risks are significant. We provide practical tools where organizations need guidance, and we invest in research because governance must evolve alongside technology. Increasingly, governance is also expanding beyond model evaluation into areas such as agentic AI, autonomous systems, and human oversight, topics that many countries are now actively discussing. We increasingly find that technical architecture and governance cannot be separated. They need to be designed together from day one. Trust requires evidence. That is why Singapore has invested in practical AI testing tools instead of relying only on policy documents. AI Verify has now been adopted by more than 230 organizations globally. Project Moonshot extends this by supporting evaluation and red teaming of large language models. Singapore is also leading work on international AI testing standards through the International Standards Organization, ISO. More recently, there has been growing international attention on AI assurance and independent evaluation. We believe these capabilities will become increasingly important as AI systems become more autonomous. My own team regularly uses different evaluation frameworks during prototype development because systematic testing significantly improves deployment confidence. One thing we have learned is that for AI systems, AI accuracy alone isn't enough. We also test models for their robustness, bias, hallucination, prompt injection, safety, reliability, and so on. Increasingly, evaluation is becoming its own engineering discipline. Foundation models should understand local languages and cultures, not just English. Sea Lion, which focuses on text, and Mary Lion, which focuses on voice, address that challenge for Southeast Asia, which has more than 1,000 languages. Sea Lion and Mary Lion support multilingual and multicultural AI across our region. And what excites me most is that these models are already being applied from financial services to healthcare and elderly care. Through Singapore's National Multimodal Large Language Program, we continue to improve multilingual reasoning and multimodal understanding. Localization will become increasingly important, and many high-value enterprise and government applications require deep understanding of local languages, regulations, and cultural context, rather than simply larger general-purpose models. GPT Legal illustrates Singapore's philosophy of building focused AI rather than generic AI. Working together with the Singapore Academy of Law, we developed a model tailored specifically for Singapore's legal system. GPT Legal reduces legal summarization from about 2 days for one case to approximately 10 minutes while preserving the precision professionals require. GPT Legal also does legal question answering well. We have learned that domain-specific AI is where governments can create enormous value, and GPT Legal isn't trying to replace lawyers. It's trying to eliminate repetitive work. So we are actually repeating this for other specialized legal areas and also other industries where experts spend hours navigating rules. And let me conclude with an invitation. Singapore is a small country, but our ambition has always been to contribute beyond our size. We see ourselves as a trusted place where governments, researchers, and companies can co-develop, evaluate, and deploy AI responsibly. We welcome international collaboration on AI research, governance, testing, and real-world deployment. The future of AI will not be defined by one country or any one country. It will be built through trusted partnerships. I hope today's presentation gives you a sense of how Singapore approaches this journey, and I look forward to working with some of you in the future, maybe on agentic AI, trustworthy AI, embodied AI, or quantum machine learning.
네, 여러분 큰 박수 부탁드리도록 하겠습니다.